Welcome to Your Cyber Path, the podcast that helps you get your dream cybersecurity job by sharing the secrets of experienced hiring managers and top cybersecurity professionals with you. Now, on to the show.
Sam, you were talking about the last thing I think we should focus on is the trifecta of cybersecurity education. What is that?
Sure. So that's copyrighted by Sam Bodine. I'd say there's a lot of different ways to learn cybersecurity, of course. There's like certifications, there's CTFs, there's jobs, there's different ways to do it. And if you only focus on one or two of them, I think your education will be incomplete. Certifications, I love certifications, probably some of the best. Like you have really good structured learning that then you have a piece of paper that says, okay, I actually know this topic. And so it's not just like bits and pieces, but you really know something. But then sometimes that can lack the hands-on, okay, I'm actually doing this now. I love I hadn't heard about it until at the beginning of the episode, but the Akylade, the way it's fundamentals, more theory-based, I assume, and knowledge, and then you move into practitioner role. That's awesome. Having that balance is critical, I think. So I'd say the trifecta, I would say is one, certifications to get like a theory, like knowledge-based understanding. And then two, also like hands-on training. This can be like tryhackme.com or Hack the Box. Both of these are ways to actually get hands-on to where you actually learn and you apply what you're learning. And then third, I would say is like job or competition experience. I wouldn't count a CTF in this because a CTF is too maybe like spotty. It's a little too spotty with what you're learning, but real job experience then takes the knowledge, the theory. It takes what you've applied and what you've learned hands-on, and then you apply it to what does this actually look like in a business world. And if you have all three of those together, I think that can give you a really holistic understanding of cybersecurity.
Yeah, definitely. It reminds me a lot of our three-legged stool that we talk about in the Hired and Irresistible course. And we talk about the three-legged stool. We always talk about certifications, which is his first number one as well. We talk about degrees, which he didn't put in there, but that's kind of our second leg. And then the third one we have is experience, and his other two legs are really talking about gaining experience, right? Hands-on training in a lab environment, or getting a job, or doing competitions to gain experience. And I agree with what you're saying with the CTFs. There are some CTFs that are really big ones, and they're really focused on red team versus blue team. And so if you're like, I want to be a pen tester, go play on the red side. If you want to be a cybersecurity analyst, play on the blue side. Then there's other CTFs where it's like, okay, here's a VM, it's vulnerable, go in, find a flag, right? Yes, you're going to learn the skills, but it's not lifelike experience like it would be if you're doing a full-on cap.
Well, we can't complain about either way you want to say it. You want to do it the three-legged stool, the trifecta. I think the big takeaway for me is just this idea that don't just think, well, if I get the right certifications, that's going to do it. Or if I have the right degree, that's going to do it. Or if I just, tinker around with my home lab, that's going to do it. What we're really saying here is that you've got to have more than one pillar to how you prepare yourself. And here on the Your Cyber Path podcast, we're absolutely trying to bring as much of that to you as possibly can, and trying to get you pointed in the right direction so you can actually create your own three-legged stool, whatever makes sense for you based on how where you want to go.